In November, just days before Thanksgiving, general assistance in Orland Township was ordered to stop. General assistance is a township program that helps residents meet basic needs, things like rent, utilities, or preventing eviction. There's also emergency assistance, which is typically one-time aid for immediate crises. These programs exist for people who are already in distress, and timing matters. So, what happens when that assistance suddenly stops? This photo was taken inside the Orland Township building. It shows general assistance intake materials with a handwritten note instructing staff to stop handing out packets and stating the GA office was closed due to lack of funding. That note wasn't directed at the public. It was a direction to staff. So the next question is, where did that direction come from? The funding issue didn't surface suddenly in November. Emails show it was being discussed weeks earlier, along with warnings about stopping assistance. In late October, staff raised concerns about pausing emergency assistance, before any instruction to stop it. The warning focused on the impact of turning people away, especially while other township activities continued. At that point, interim financing options were already being discussed. In November, that discussion turned into an instruction from Supervisor O'Grady. The instruction was framed as immediate. By mid-November, the funding issue was known, the risks had been raised, and assistance was ordered to stop. The next question is how that decision was explained publicly. On December 15th, the Orland Township Board met publicly for the first time after general assistance had been stopped.
And speaking about giving and caring and what a great community we have, and we do. And, I also run what's called the General Assistance Fund up here. And I have for the last 16 years. And what happens there is that people that are in need and meet certain qualifications under state guidelines can come up and we'll help them. It's been a great program. It's been run very good. There's also emergency assistance, which is sometimes like a one-time, one-off. We can help people just on an emergency basis. And a lot of the times we're just trying to bridge the gap until they get a new job or something like that. And, and it could be anything from their water bill to some rent assistance, whatever they qualify for. This year, unfortunately, because of the delay, and Assessor Kelly talked about it, because of all the delays with the tax bills, that fund had run very low.
At the meeting, the situation was described as the result of delayed tax bills and framed as unavoidable.
That's why the township has a line of credit at the bank so we can continue to meet our obligations. And that's the result of not having those tax bills go out in a timely manner so people can budget, pay their tax bills, and we can carry on the services here at the township. So I just want to make that clear. That's what that line, it's a safety net.
That night, the line of credit was described as a way to prevent service disruption. But the board also took action to approve amounts that had already been drawn. In other words, approval followed the draw, rather than preceding it. So internally, the issue was discussed and warned about weeks earlier. Publicly, it was described as unavoidable. What wasn't discussed at that meeting was who had the authority to stop assistance in the first place. Township government has a defined structure. The supervisor administers programs. The board provides oversight, appropriates funds, and authorizes financial actions. That structure matters most when programs serving residents are interrupted. By the time the board met publicly, general assistance had already been stopped. Funds had already been drawn from the line of credit, and approval for those draws came afterward. So the question becomes, shouldn't the board have been notified earlier? And if funding was the issue, couldn't a special meeting have been called before assistance was halted? Those questions weren't discussed in open session. What followed instead was a closed session and terminations.
Okay, we're on N, possible action coming out of a closed session. I'll entertain a motion to terminate Alexis O'Farrell as the GA coordinator.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Duffy?
Yes.
Trustee Williams?
No.
Trustee Monteria?
No.
Trustee Soltis?
Yes.
Supervisor O'Grady?
Yes. I'll entertain a motion to terminate Lindsay Napleton effective immediately.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Second by Ken Soltis. Please call the roll.
Trustee Duffy?
Yes.
Trustee Williams?
Yes.
Trustee Materia?
Yes.
Trustee Soltis?
Yes.
Supervisor O'Grady?
No. Motion to adjourn?
No explanation for either termination was given in open session. The record shows that general assistance was closed at the supervisor's direction and later reopened, both without a board vote in open session. Emails show staff warned against stopping general and emergency assistance. Both of those employees are now terminated. General assistance and emergency assistance are not discretionary programs. They are governed by statute. That leaves a basic accountability question. If the supervisor can close and reopen a statutory assistance program without board involvement, what role does board oversight play, and when?